Bridgette and Kylie, written by Damian Taylor, narrated by Caitlin Martin. A resounding bell tolls the hour with a simple melody followed by a single gong. It's 1 p.m. Suddenly, a frazzled Sarah Williams throws open the door to the teacher's lounge and walks down the long corridor, a blur of wild curly red hair and unintelligible mumbling. Sarah. Crap, I'm late. At the end of the corridor stands an imposing pair of ornately carved doors, framed with beautifully etched ancient runes. Behind the doors lies the Mastery Hall, a vacuous room where adolescent witches begin learning their craft at the Academy, kinda like a gym class for magic. As she races toward the two ornate doors, Sarah constantly adjusts the precariously balanced stack of books and papers in her arms while onlookers stare with nervous fascination as she zigzags past. She finally reaches the doors after miraculously not dropping anything and sighs a huge breath of relief. Phew. Sarah turns her shoulder to one of the doors so that she can clutch the stack of books and papers to her chest while pushing the heavy door with her shoulder. Unfortunately, the school's headmaster, James Randolph, happens to be exiting the Mastery Hall at the same time and pulls the door open right as Sarah leans in with all her might. Sarah. No! She falls right into Headmaster Randolph, losing her grip on the stack in her arms. Books thud loudly to the ground while papers fly into the air and rain down around the two entangled teachers, now both sitting flat on the floor. Until that moment, the room had been full of adolescents showing off their nascent magical skills. Small levitating objects, random articles of clothing changing colors, and puny gusts of wind emitting from small hands. But after the ridiculous collision between Sarah Williams and the headmaster, the room's magic was replaced with fits of raucous laughter. Headmaster Randolph. Hello, Miss Williams. He's restrained, but clearly unhappy. Sarah smiles sheepishly, then briskly claps her hands twice. Somehow, the stack she'd been carrying is now back, precariously balancing in her arms again as she awkwardly stands up and takes them over to a table. Meanwhile, on the far side of the hall, a 12-year-old Kylie Williams, slight with curly red hair, strikingly similar to her mother Sarah, slinks down to make herself invisible. Unfortunately, it's too late. The damage is done. Two of the most popular girls in school, Maya and Danielle, pounce. Maya. Oh my God, why is your mom so weird, Kylie? Danielle, nodding in agreement. I don't know why we let you hang out with us. Kylie stares back at the two girls, wide-eyed like a deer in headlights. Her expression is a mix of embarrassment and distress. Maya opens her mouth to speak again, but before she can say anything, another girl's voice cuts her off. You might want to close that fly trap. We can smell your bad breath all the way across the room. It's a 12-year-old Bridgette Mathieu. She's slightly smaller than the other girls and has her hair pulled back into a rather voluminous mass of black curls that easily makes up for any height difference. The unimpressed, almost emotionless expression on her smooth brown face is betrayed by two expressive brown eyes that glitter with mischief and ferocity. Maya whips around, red-faced and furious, having found a new target for her disdain. What did you just say to me, you magicless wannabe? To emphasize her insult, Maya turns her palm upward to the ceiling, opening and closing her fist to ignite and extinguish a small flame that hovers just above her palm. Bridgette, calmly goading Maya while folding her arms. You heard me, but maybe my words were just too big for you. Maya stalks closer to Bridgette and stands over her in an attempt to intimidate Bridgette into submission. Maya, you sure have a big mouth for someone with no magic. Maybe I should turn you into a slimy little toad. Bridgette, oh goody, then we could look like sisters. Maya screeches and reaches out to pummel Bridgette. Bridgette balls her fists and bends her knees, ready to box. When suddenly, a strong wind whips loudly between the two girls, cracking their knuckles like a ruler, causing both girls to yelp and quickly yank their hands away from each other. Sarah, that's enough. Despite her usually frazzled, nervous demeanor, Sarah Williams is a formidable witch, capable of the most complex and powerful magic with minimal effort. Sometimes she doesn't even need to use spells, a very rare ability, even among the most talented witches. The two girls slowly step away, throwing dagger-like glares at each other the whole time. Maya and Danielle eventually join a group of girls on the far end of the large hall and begin whispering and giggling as they shoot glares in Bridgette's direction. Bridgette stands alone in the hall, all of the other kids standing a safe distance away as if she has some sort of magical cooties. Sarah. Everyone, pair up. We've already wasted too much time today. We need to get you ready for your first magical mastery exam. The room of awkward adolescent boys and girls look around, slowly breaking off into pairs, noticeably avoiding Bridgette like the plague, all except for Kylie Williams. Kylie slowly, but resolutely walks over to Bridgette. Kylie, you want to be my partner? Bridgette, are you sure you want to do this? I mean, it's our first day at the academy, and being my partner could totally ruin your reputation. Kylie, ha! Reputation? Have you met my mom? Anyways, I owe you for saving my butt from Maya and Danielle. Bridgette, you don't owe me anything. I'm just not a big fan of bullies. Kylie, I gotta admit, for someone who doesn't have any magic, you sure are brave. Kylie looks down at the floor as she draws a circle with her foot. She clasps her hands behind her back and looks up timidly. So, speaking of being magicless, why are you here? Bridgette, I come from two of the oldest and most powerful witch families to have ever existed. I may not have power now, but who's to say that I'm not just a late bloomer? Besides, I couldn't imagine spending all day with my family in the archives learning how to organize books. Ugh. Bridgette makes a disgusted face, and then the two share a laugh. Bridgette, the truth is, there's a prophecy about my family that very few people know about. At least, I think it's about my family. It's my grandmother's first prophecy, and the only one that hasn't come true. It's something about crimson and emerald bloodlines mixing, and dormant magic awakening on a birthday moon. Bridgette leans in, even more secretive. So maybe, just maybe there's a way for me to get my own magic. If that's the case, I want to be ready. Bridgette winks at Kylie mischievously as if she just told her the secret of the century, while Kylie stares back, confused, not sure that placing her bets on this seemingly fearless but strange girl was such a good idea after all.
Lady, you can't catch me on the daily. I don't need to be shady, 'cause I am a quality